See that, Harley? It's a beautiful day. A beautiful day to do nothing. Let's just do nothing. I mean, what if we just do nothing, right? Let's just not be useful. What could be wrong with that? Well, why is it that when I feel like doing nothing, I get this sense of inevitable dread in me? Why do I or anyone struggle with not being productive? Why can I not be allowed to not be useful? Well, what does it mean to be useful in society anyway? Well, I'll tell you, society loves it when you're useful. However, the kind of usefulness that our society produces is often not the most fun ways. You see, our culture loves work. I mean, duh. That's what we spend over 50% of our lives doing. However, our culture loves it more when you contribute economically without being paid for it. In both industrial and in post-industrial culture, being work is what is perceived as being useful. It is for this very reason that our culture reinforces serious leisure, the activity of doing things. You may remember from our first episode how one of the more operating definitions of hobbies focuses on not only production, but producing things of economic value. Our society reinforces being productive and contributing outside of the workplace, and that is not a mistake. Culture is one of, if not the most important thing in determining what hobbies you do and don't have. As Rojek states, you can do whatever you like in your non-work time, providing that it affirms your competence as a trustworthy worker and a credible citizen. Just as we see in Stebbins from episode 1, we can see how much serious leisure is prioritized in society, where serious leisure provides personal fulfillment, identity enhancement, and self-expression. But why? Where does this sentiment come from? Well, once again, we have to look back at the 1800s. You see, until around 1880, hobbies were actually seen in a negative light, as if you have some eccentric behavior or excessive preoccupation. However, hobbies arose in the wake of industrialism as a socially sanctioned leisure category because it reinforced the work ethic outside the workplace, thereby bolstering the rise of capitalism. By bridging the gap between work and non-work, hobbies developed as a way to integrate the isolated home with the ideology of the workplace. And you might say, that's a great thing. We should be motivating people to do things outside of work. And I absolutely agree with you on that. It's great that people can do things outside of monetary value. However, we systematically shun people who might not be as able to produce as other people are. By prioritizing the act of doing in society, people simultaneously perceive the failure to work long and hard as a moral deficiency. Since leisure in the industrial world exists in time that might otherwise be used for work, its very existence is a threat to this core value. So why does non-work have to have a morality component? Why does it have to be moral whether or not I decide to be useful? We have negative words for people in society that are like that. Lazy, slothful, no good. It's important to note that this doing of nothing is not always a personal choice. It's a result of the constant external pressure placed on us to be working all the time. See, I want you to know that I'm not saying we shouldn't be doing anything ever, because that's boring. And if I did that, I wouldn't be doing this now. Of course we should be doing things that we love to do all the time. However, I get roadblocks, and many people I know do. And what I'm trying to do is be able to overcome those roadblocks. What I hope you can see is the fact that we feel bad for doing nothing is not an intrinsic pressure, it's an extrinsic one. It's our culture that's shunning us. We shouldn't be shunning ourselves. My theory for today is, if I can accept doing nothing and come to terms with that internally, hope I can reach a point where doing things is okay too. So, let's make it a hobby to do nothing.
Okay, we're on our last week before finals, and I'm gonna do nothing.
Oh man, that's okay. She sees stuff outside. I'll leave her to it. I'm not being productive, and that's okay. I'm not being productive, and that's okay. I'm proud to be doing nothing. I am a little bit bored right now, but, I'm glad to be killing time overall. Just relaxing like I should be. Not letting my responsibilities get to me right now, which is nice. I'm just chilling out. Hell yeah. Thanks so much for watching me scroll through TikTok today, boys. I love talking and learning about stuff like this, so if you have anything you want to say, feel free to leave a comment and we can keep a conversation going. Thank you very much.